The person I chose for the Scientist Who Inspires Me project was Apryl Pooley. She is a woman in the field of PTSD research, which is an often gendered research department focusing more on PTSD amongst men and not the differences that women face. As somebody who experienced severe PTSD out of an abusive relationship, her story really resonated with me, being a woman who has experienced severe PTSD. April's interest in science began in her high school and college biology classes, where she really began to contemplate the effects that biology has on someone's mental health. Again, after she experienced an unwelcome sexual experience, she struggled with PTSD and really wanted to understand the science behind her experiences with PTSD. Currently, she has her PhD from Michigan State University in neuroscience and is an advocacy director for the Michigan Victim Advocacy Network, which helps scientists better understand and be equipped to help those who experience PTSD. As well, she is an artist, and after that unwelcome sexual experience, she turned to alcoholism, so through art she is able to take back that part of herself, express her pain, and create beautiful art that inspires me and many other people. April's field of research involves the discrepancies between how men and women experience PTSD, especially the shortcomings in the field in regards to what research has been conducted. From her own personal experiences, as well as talking to the people around her, she has come to realize that how one experiences PTSD varies greatly between men and women, when men have more outward and physical expressions of their PTSD, turning to aggression or violence, where women often internalize their experiences, falling into anxiety or depression. Therefore, April has revealed a shortcoming in terms of PTSD research, where most of the research is conducted only with these male subjects. PTSD is something that has such personalized treatment options, as there is no medication currently to treat PTSD. Everything is solely treated through therapy. And so since there is little scientific data in regards to how women experience PTSD, therefore there's also a lack in information about how to treat women with PTSD. Revealed that men and women do experience PTSD differently. She discovered this through researching the startle responses in male and female rats. She would expose them to a loud sound to simulate the effects of a traumatic event that could stimulate a PTSD response. First, she conducted a experiment with just a control group, and as you can see in the first two columns of each section, the control group varies basically the same between the baseline and the post-test, where in the second columns, after exposing the rats to a loud sound, you can see that the startle response of the male rats was way higher than the startle response of the female rats. This discrepancy reveals that, as I had mentioned before, males do have a tendency to have a more outward physical response after experiencing a traumatic event. For these rats, it was a higher increased heartbeat after this loud sound and this startle response. For the women rats, you can see that there was less of a startle response, showing that there was some sort of inward response to that traumatic event. Therefore, April's research has just begun in the field of PTSD research, but she's already made important advances in the field, showing that on at least a small level with the rats, there is a difference between how men and women respond to traumatic experiences, and therefore treatment should look differently since these experiences are so varied.